What's up? What's up? And welcome to the Arthur Moats experience. I'm Arthur Moats, and you know what time it is, baby. Still on our, I guess we still are coming down from the bombshell trades that took place on Monday, where we saw Minkah Fitzpatrick, three-time All-Pro safety, get shipped to the Miami Dolphins for their three-time All-Pro cornerback, Jalen Ramsey, along with their Pro Bowl tight end, Jonnu Smith. And we did the, late round pick swaps, man. We sent our 7th round draft pick to Miami for their 5th round draft pick as well, man. So, like I said, man, it's been a lot of emotion, a lot of, this is crazy. Everybody's trying to figure out what we like about it, don't like about it, who won the trade, who did not win the trade. Just across the board, man, and that's not gonna go away anytime soon, man. Like I said, man, today, because I felt like on Monday, man, the focus was so heavy on the Jalen Ramsey, Minkah Fitzpatrick element of it. Felt like, man, we didn't even talk about Jonnu Smith at all. I mean, he's a Pro Bowler in his own right, a guy that did get new money as well. So I figured today, man, we'll spend some time talking about Jonnu Smith, just getting a little bit more familiar with him, man, and what he's going to ultimately be able to bring, and, the impact that could have, like you said, offensively. Got the homie TG, man. Shout out to Terence Garvin, man. Pittsburgh Steelers alum, current defensive coordinator of Norfolk State University. He'll be tapping in with us around 2 o'clock time frame, man. Want to talk with him a little bit more about the Jonnu Smith element as well, man. There's certain things that we like and don't like. And I mean, because we talked about, the Ramsey part of the trade, but we still got to figure out the winners and losers of it as well, right? Because, it's always a winner, it's always a loser. So we figure we'll talk about that. But then also, man, you're not going to get your thoughts, right? It's always fun to hear my side of it. It's fun to hear, guys like TG. We got Mark Bergen, right? New guy to the team, man. Been doing his thing, man, creating content, man. I see how y'all have been engaging with his video. But, you even heard his voice in terms of how he, felt about the Jalen Ramsey trade and things like that. But I figured, man, at some point today, we're going to open up these phone lines too, man. All right. I want to open the phone lines because I want to hear how you guys feel about the move, man. How y'all feel about the trade and everything that, in the immediate and next year, future tense, how we feeling about that now, man, because we were able to make this type of move without having to mortgage the future in any capacity, which is pretty cool, man, when you think about it. So like I said, man, there are certain things that to me, I think are, pros to this trade, but obviously we know there are some cons too, but I figure we'll get into all of that. But y'all do know it is 4th of July weekend, baby. All right. So your boy's excited. In fact, as I look at my clock, I got this and maybe a surprise for y'all tomorrow. All right. So make sure I got your notifications on. All right. But, outside of the day and tomorrow, man, oh, baby, it's going to be vacay time. I can't wait. So, we got to make sure we have a good time on the show today. All right. And I promise y'all, man, all right, we're going to get this 50K subscriber giveaway done. Not today, but it's going to happen. It's probably gonna be when I get back from vacation. Just throwing it out there right now, all right? But it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, all right? But yeah, man, definitely a good vibe though, man. All right, so like I said, we're gonna talk some Jonnu Smith. Got the homie TG at 2, man. We're gonna open up these phone lines, man. Hear how y'all feel about this trade, and we're gonna have a good time nonetheless. But you know the drill. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe either if you're new to the channel. And before we get too far into this thing, since we are on the front end, before we get into checking it in and everything like that. What's the 4th of July plans, man? What's the move out here? What we getting into this weekend, man? Drop it in the comment section what your 4th of July plans are, man. Yeah, let's have a little good time with this thing, man. Is anybody going to I think some baseball games this weekend, man. About to say, man, some people go hit the MLB. Okay, said Coy Harris said he's working. All right, shout out to the work, guys. Hey, mother-in-law, she's going, I think she said she's going to pick up a shift. She said, yeah, I wanted to work. I'm like, yo, you don't want to just come over? She's like, I'm going to work first, then I'm going to come over. I'm like, all right, bet that. So I gets it. I definitely gets it, man. But yeah, man, I know for me, man, I plan on grilling out, smoking, not smoking, like smoking food. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna smoke the lobster, smoke some kielbasa, some of that good stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on that vibe. I might even smoke some wings this week, man. All right, I'm in my cooking vibe, man. I go outside, I look at the pool, I look at the view. I'm like, I want to cook. I just want to be out back, man. All right, it has been crazy hot, but that's my vibe right now. Steelers Girl 808 says hopefully she'll be at the beach with the family. Now, shout out to that. That's me and about couple more days, all right? It's vacation season. Toes will be in sand. You know how I do it, all right? So yes, indeed. The Don Hefe Quan said we still smoke. Oh, no. Now we're gonna get that. We're gonna smoke the meat and then we're gonna research it, all right? We got. I might research while smoking the meat. You never know, all right? Sometimes I like that, all right? But yes, in fact, it makes the process that much better. Okay. Jeez. Low and slow. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. DC53 said Juneteenth is his turn up, and for this is just a day off to roll. Hey, man, ain't nothing wrong with rolling in peace, man. Shoot, I always say it like this. I don't care why we got the day off. Just give me the day off. That's all I'm looking for, man. I was counting. I was like, yo, it's a lot of days in the year. It's 52 weeks in the year. And I was thinking to myself, like, bro, how many vacations you take? How much time away do you take? Or do you work all 52 weeks, 51 weeks, 50 weeks? I'm like, yeah, I don't think I want to work that many weeks right now, man. I'm trying to, dial back them 52 work weeks. I'm trying to dial that back some. Cause I be sitting here like, yo, I'd be close to about 50-ish, 51 weeks of you're doing something every single week. Yeah. So like I said, man, you got to have that work-life balance, man, that freedom balance. And that's what your boy is for sure going to be hunting in the next 2 weeks. All right. So yeah, man. Yeah. Y'all catch me be trading. You be like, where Moats went, man? Moats was here. We ain't seen that boy since 4th of July. Yeah. He got lost on vacay. All right. He got lost on vacay, but I'll be back. When trading camp come. All right. So we all good. We all good. Rod Dollar says, man, his kids have a track meet on July 5th. So that's where he's going to be for most of the weekend. Yeah. Now, I do know that is happening, man. A couple of my homies, man, they got their kids playing travel baseball. And they're like, yo, we got tournaments this weekend. I'm like, no, bro. He's like, yeah, 8 a.m. So I'm like, oh, my God. Who schedules games to start that early? Jeez. It was like, yo, 8 a.m. on a holiday weekend? Don't you do me like that. Yo, don't you do me like that. Oh, wait. So, yeah, man. Yep, but it's like that sometimes, man. So it is definitely like that sometimes. But let's get it going, man. Let's get it going. So let's start it off like how we always do. All right, drop it in the comment section where you're tuning in from, so that way I can give you the big boy shout out to start the day's show. Of course, don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Like I said, man, we're gonna get after the day, man. I gotta have these phones. I gotta make sure we got some time, man, so I can talk some Jonnu, open up these phone lines, get the homie TG, and then holler. All right. Oh, shout out. All right. We're going to start it off with the homie Mike Hood in the 614 Columbus, Fireworks City, baby. Shout out Craig Ellis in the 717 Lancaster, PA, as always. Hugler's done. Shout out to Hugler's done. In the 816 Missouri. Shout out to the Missouri area, baby. The Don Hefe Quan in the 323 Watts, California. Every time I say Watts, California, the Don Hefe Quan, I just want to start singing California knows how to party. Hey, just every single time I'm just throwing it out there. So I apologize, but I had to. All right, now you know it's a party. We got Steelers Girl 808 in the building. Maui, Hawaii, aloha. You already know. One of these days, I'm making it to Hawaii. Bucket list. All right. I'm telling y'all now, bucket list. What's up to Jar Devil in the 310 San Pedro, California, listening from work at the port. I like it, man. I like when we able to stack that bread and get a time to, tap in, listen to the homie for a little bit, man. Respect to you. All right. Let's see. Oh, we got the homie Rod Dollars in the building, a.k.a. Mr. Share a Line. Always a pleasure to have you with me. You know that. And then let's see. Who do we want to? Oh, man, it's a party when the homie X Concepts is in the building. 724 Claridge, PA. And Con isn't done cooking just yet. Oh, hey, trust me. If you know, I think he got his arm in the pot with that. He's scraping it. I like it, Con, man. Think about this, man. We found a way to get 2 Pro Bowl players. We lost 1 Pro Bowl player, and we didn't give up any draft picks. Also, I mean, it was a little smooth how he did the 2 for 1er. All right, I like the 2 for the price of 1. All right, I ain't tripping on it. All right, let's see. Michael G in the 407. The block is out. Shout out to Quan, shout out to Rod Dodge, shout out to Hannibal, and of course Mike Hood, all getting love from the homie Michael G. And then we will end it with the homie Ray Meeks, simply because he's in the 757, aka the crib. Always love for the hometown, you know that. Let's get it. And shout out to the homie Let's Go You Dub, man, sparking us off with the super chat from the gate. Always appreciate you. You already know that. Let's Go You Dub. And shout out to you also. Let's Go You Dub. All right, I'm going to take some time before I even read yours because you always are here Think about that, man. We don't even be, it's not even, peak football time right now, but you always be here. Whether it's super chats, regular chats, you're always here. I appreciate you, man. All right. Shout out to you, baby. I definitely shout out to you from the heart, baby. All right. But let's go. UW says, so prior to the Minkah trade, I'd be confident in dismissing these TJ trade rumors. But now I'm not sure. The latest one is TJ Watt for Nolan Smith. Shout out to Let's Go UW. Shout out to Let's Go UW. We are very similar with that approach, man, with that thinking. Yes, there was a time where when I saw these same trade rumors, even I think it was maybe when the contract dispute first came up and TJ potentially not showing up to minicamp, we were all just kind of like, yeah, whatever, man. TJ's not the guy who's going to get traded. It's not happening. But after this Minkah trade, man, after the GP trade, I'm looking at TJ and I'm just like, bro, be careful, man. Like, if the intent is to just maximize the profit and you don't care where it happens, yeah, keep pushing, all right? Because you'll get the money, but you probably won't get it here. But it's like, yo, if you want to actually be here for the long call, just maybe pause for the cause, take a reassess, because they shipping people up out of this thing, man. And I just don't know right now, man, because there is, when you're having these conversations, especially with the way that they moved on from Minkah now, there is a case where you could make it where you're like, do you want to pay TJ, who's, like we said, 30 plus, pay him $42 million per year going forward, while we're also playing the game of how, does that age out as he gets older with the bigger contract? Does the production still stay where it's at? Are we worried about health, availability, things, etc., right? Which we probably aren't as a whole, but those are things you have to consider. Versus the alternative, which is, how many players could you get for $42 million? We said Jalen Ramsey's $26 million a year, right? And that's with the pay increase. Jonnu Smith is $12 million a year. That's with the pay increase. Jonnu's a Pro Bowler. Jalen's Pro Bowler, all pro, all world type of player. So you just start having those type of internal conversations. And I think that that's the part that, after seeing them move on from Minkah, a player that we would all have said a week ago, or 2 days ago, untouchable, right? We would have said Cam, TJ, Minkah, the untouchables. And then from there, it's all right, DK, because we just traded for him and we just gave him the new contract. But that's the thing. When I'm looking at TJ right now, I do feel a little bit more concerned about his long-term Steeler tenure, going forward, because of how they moved on. Minkah isn't just a great player. Minkah is one of those heart and soul leaders of the team, like represent the organization type of guys. When you move on from that, and not because he's washed either. You're moving on from him in his prime. You're like, bro, that's a statement, man. You could be saying that you're done trying to go the way of, star dominant players. And we want to do, let me get 3 of these players. Let me get 3 really good players versus 1 great player. And maybe my 3 really good players can give me more of the consistency, or, hey, man, if he's a little bit off, that guy's going to be on. If that guy's off, these 2 guys are on, and vice versa. Versus when it's all lumped into just that one player, you're like, man, if he gets hurt, it doesn't matter why he got hurt. The issue is he's not there. If he has a bad game, it doesn't matter that they're, putting all this attention on him. It's like, yo, we're so, dependent on that one guy making these type of heroic performances that when we don't get that, you feel it. And it makes the defense feel strained at times. And we would talk about that with Minkah, and we say, yeah, we want to get Minkah back to getting the Minkah stuff, right? But these are some of the things that you have to consider when you're talking about paying a guy $40+ million. So that's the part where, when I look at the Nolan Smith elements, you look at Nolan Smith. Nolan Smith is a high-end, I want to say he was the first-round draft pick out of Georgia, came out, was that 2 years ago? We know he has elite burst off the edge, man, strength. He's a Georgia freaking football player, bro. You know what they are. That's little NFL over there, all right? They all come out NFL ready, all right? So, yeah, you feel like you could bring him in, and could he provide you with pass rushing production? Yes. If you had a combination of Nolan Smith, Alex Highsmith, Nick Herbig, and obviously Jack Sawyer, you don't feel as great because you don't have TJ Watt, but you still feel like I have multiple capable players that I can get after you with, along with A lot of people have complained about the lack of blitzing. You don't blitz when you got a $42 million edge rusher. You let that 42 or, $30+ million edge rusher go to work every single play. Well, man, if you're switching from that model and now we're talking Alex Highsmith being the highest paid edge rusher, yeah, you're going to do a lot more of the blitz and you'll get back to a lot more of that Blitzburg where even, I think of the Vince Williams, Mike Hilton time frames, right? Where we're sending them from all over the place. Like you'll get back to more of that versus where we currently are, where it's, play coverage, let the front four rush. For some people, they prefer that. I mean, we've had multiple talks about that, right? Man, why we don't blitz more? We don't blitz more. And that was the conversation. That was the premise behind it, because that's where your money is. You want the money to be in the playmakers, and you want the playmakers to make plays in these games. But there is situations where, yes, because, Minkah playing middle field safety, you can do certain things to remove him from the game, right? TJ predominantly only stand on the left side when he rushes. Yeah, there are certain things that teams are able to do that can, not take him out the game, but almost make him a non-factor on that day. These are all the different things that you have to consider when you're talking about going forward with a TJ Watt new contract versus trading TJ Watt. Because the thing is this, if you trade TJ Watt for Nolan Smith, you're not just getting Nolan Smith, you're going to get Nolan Smith and picks, or Nolan Smith and another player because of the weight of who TJ Watt is. Now, granted, we know we won't be able to maximize the trade just because you still got to get TJ a new contract, so that gets taken into account. But TJ for sure would generate a high-end player plus pick. So when I look at Nolan Smith, it would be Nolan Smith, and I can see them even throwing in a third-round pick with it, man. I know Pride would want it to be higher than that because we're like, it was TJ, but you got to remember, he's 30+. You need to still pay him 40+. These are the things that, teams are going to have to take into account, and I think that that's why we won't necessarily be able to get a crazy high-end pick, but a Nolan Smith is a player that you can inject into your roster right now, and he will be able to give you production. He will be able to be a part of it, and I think that's why, there is even conversation, and that's even why I'm entertaining it. Trust me, man, if this was a week ago, I've been with you. Man, why are we not even about to waste our time on it? But you see how the Steelers have been moving this offseason. They have moved on from George Pickens and Minkah Fitzpatrick, bro. TJ is in the middle of a dispute where he didn't even show up for minicamp, man. We don't care who's right or wrong in it because I like both parties taking the stance they're taking. But it's like, man, it can get real weird really quickly, man. And this is that time frame. If you're going to make a move, you do it before training camp starts, right? That's the thought process with this, man. Shoot, not even from a trade element. Heck, if you did move on from TJ Wright, say you did trade, you don't have to necessarily go pass rusher because there's a Zadarius Smith that's a free agent right now. Zadarius Smith is a high-end double-digit sack type of dude anyways. You could go pick that up off of the street right now. And now whatever you traded TJ for, if it was a edge rusher, heck, maybe you want a safety. Maybe you want to go strictly, I want a safety to replace the Minkah Fitzpatrick loss. You could do that and sign Zadarius Smith if you needed to. Like, there are still options about how you could do it. Me personally, I don't want TJ to go anywhere. I want TJ to be here. I want him to be a one jersey guy the whole time. But I feel like this is where it could potentially get weird just based off of how Steelers have been moving, how they've been acting, man. But we will see with that one, man. But shout out to Let's Go UW, man. Shout out to Let's Go UW. Yeah, I was not trying to have us talking no TJ Watt potentially getting moved. Man, I don't need that. But I also never thought we would have a conversation about Minkah being moved. Think about that. It's like, bro, what is going on, man? What is going on? But shout out to you, though. Let's go, UW. Shout out to you. All righty. Let's see. Thought we had another. It just came in. If I could find it. Oh, well, I can't. But shout out to Malvo does it. Paying it for being an absolute rock star at life, gifting Upper Room membership. So, Malvo, shout out from the heart. Appreciate you. And to the individual that received that Upper Room membership, welcome to the Upper Room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All righty. But yeah, y'all guys let me know your thoughts, though, man. Is that something that, y'all would even be considering at this stage now in terms of potentially moving on from TJ to get, picks out of this thing, man, versus having TJ Watt, the actual player, right? Because, like I said, man, there are some people out here that are like, yo, I'm not trying to pay TJ 40 plus million per year at this stage of his career. They feel like, you could get more players. You can find, instead of having one great player, you can have, like I said, 3 really good players and still kind of get the job done that way. Yeah, like I said, it's a different approach, different mindset. But you guys let me know your thoughts on it, though. Yeah, because like I said, man, I'm team keep TJ here. All right, keep him here. One jersey guy. All righty. Let's see how y'all feeling about him. Hey, shout out to Rashawn Jones, though. He says, hey, no TJ slander will be tolerated. I'm with you on that, man. Absolutely. Now, Mike Carr says Minkah was not a hard move. Production didn't equal money. You can't get you can get safeties for much less, which we kind of talked about with Justin Simmons, man, in terms of, being a guy that isn't, a drop off of a cliff in production in comparison to Minkah Fitzpatrick, but financially you could get him for a lot cheaper price. JDA 940 says, pay TJ, do the right thing by the pure blood. I'm agree with you on that, man. He is a pure blood, homegrown. Like I said, man, that was my rookie, man. I'll never forget, man. TJ Watt. Oh, we got TJ Watt. And that dude, when I hear from the jump, was like, oh, yeah, he's a madman. He's like that. So I'm with you on that, man. All right, now let's see. Now, this is interesting from Pablo23. He says, TJ is the GOAT, but let him have 1 to 2 good years left in the tank. Now, in the moment, we could become something good as an offer for trading him, and we could save a lot of money. And I think that's the part that we have to consider. Like, if he does have 2 more elite years remaining, would you rather have those 2 elite years of production, or would you try to, like I said, flip that asset for new assets, whether that is a younger pass rusher, Nolan Smith, or is it draft picks, right? But these are all the things that Omar Khan, Coach Tomlin, Mr. Rooney, they're all considering those things right now. And rightfully so. That is the business way. And that is the way, if you're trying to not stay in the same place over and over and over, you got to look at your roster and figure out, okay, well, what can we do to make it better? And in certain instances where you're having contract disputes on top of it, now you're really having those internal questions about, all right, do I really want to continue this route, or do I want to, cut my losses while I kind of have a financial out right now, and let's, trade them, move on, and get, the books pretty much reset. Essentially what the Miami Dolphins just did with Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith. They're both dang good players and still really good players in their own right now. But for the Dolphins, they got a chance to reset their books. Both of them dudes get up off the books. Now they can figure out which direction they want to go in going forward. Like I said, I hope we don't take that approach, but that is something that we might consider, man. All right. Hey, shout out to Big Boss Man Game. He says we better pay TJ. F them picks. I'm with you, man. Forget them picks. You already know. Mano says, man, pay him or trade him. I've been a Steelers fan before Watt got here. I'm cool with any decision. Shout out to Mano on that, man. That's an interesting perspective, but I could dig it, though. Mike Carr also says $40 million a year. That's crazy. But now Chris Hobson says, pay that man. Pay that the man his money. Just give me my money. Come on, baby. All right, now Hannibal says this, man. I'm not for getting rid of all the veteran / purebloods. And I looked at Minkah as a pureblood, so getting rid of 2 in one offseason doesn't sit well with me. And I would agree with you on that, man. When you start getting rid of the pureblood foundational pieces to your roster, that can have, a negative impact. Even though you might be bringing in new talent culturally, are all of these guys' personalities and mindsets going to be the same? Now, we're trusting that the Steelers are bringing in football guys, and I think Jalen Ramsey for sure is a football guy. Jonnu Smith, the way his trajectory of his career has been, appears to be a football guy, so I love that. But those are the things, because we know for sure TJ and Minkah Fitzpatrick eat, sleep, breathe football. You don't see them doing interviews, social media. They not outside. They are cold killers in terms of football, and that's why I love their game so much, and that's why we love them so much. But at the same time, it's like, man, not everybody's going to have that approach. Not everybody has that same mentality, that same commitment and desire to be great. And yeah, when you start taking those pieces out, it does make you question, all right, what are you injecting into this locker room? Because if the wrong people get in there, now you start to see where it's more of a me guy culture, or it's maybe more of a social media culture, which we've seen at times, right? Versus, these are football guys. And I think that that's the culture that we want as Steelers fans, and especially, man, as, black and blue people. Like, we want the hard working guys. We want the ones that, they with it. You know what I mean? They got that dog in them. Those the ones that we want rocking that black and gold. And I just think that the more you take out the proven ones, that's just, like I said, the thing that you got to kind of deal with as you start going through that change and stuff like that, man. Now, DC 53 says if we give TJ the $40 million a year, it will essentially be Big Ben's contract again, where it was no weapons on the other side of the ball. And we do remember how that felt at times, man. 4-7, man. So, yeah, interesting, man. Very interesting. Shout out to Let's Go UW, man. You sparked the whole little, sub topic this morning, man. All right. Or this afternoon. Shout out to Let's Go UW, though, man. All right. But, yeah, man, let me tap in real quick on the homie Jonnu Smith. So you already know the drill, man. Hit the like button one time for the coach. You don't forget to subscribe either if you are new to the channel. Because like I said, man, there was a other part of said trade that took place yesterday. Jonnu Smith, man, a heck of a player in his own right. And like I said, man, that's why I felt like we should spend a little bit of time to talk some Jonnu Smith. All right. Let's pull up his contract. So we got his new money all the way locked in as well. But like I said, man, shout out to Rosenhaus, a.k.a. Drew Rosenhaus, money team. If you know, you know. Like I said, man, that's the guy right there. But yeah, man, with Jonnu Smith, though, like I said, he did get a nice pay bump. Is going up to 1 year, $12 million, where he was scheduled to only be receiving $6 million. So like I said, he did double his pay increase, right? But just last year, like I said, man, played in 17 games, had 6 starts, had 88 catches for 884 yards, 8 touchdowns. All right. He also, where is it? Oh, where was it? Oh, there it is. There we go. I was like, where are my targets at? Yeah, and he had the 88 catches, but it was on 111 targets, which were the most in his career. So throughout his career, though, right, he's played 8 years total in the league. Came into 2017 in Tennessee. Like I said, Arthur Smith was his coach while he was down there, man. Started out position coach, and then from there, obviously, Arthur Smith became coordinator down in Tennessee. And then from there, obviously, Atlanta is where they reunite. But throughout his time, right? Last year was his most productive year of his career, both in terms of yardage, in terms of receptions, and in terms of touchdowns. It tied the most that he would have had with 8 receiving touchdowns. Now, we remember how many receiving touchdowns led our team last year. Jonnu Smith would have been our leading receiver in touchdown yardage. He would have been second in receiving yards, just behind George Pickens last year in terms of receiving yards as well. But like I said, man, throughout his career, man, he's been in that 400 to 500 receiving yards range, but it's constantly been arrow pointed up, right? Started out, 157 receiving yards, 258 yards. Then it was 400 plus. Had 294, 245, 2 years in New England, but then gets back with Arthur Smith in Atlanta, 582. And then, like I said, just last year, man, that 884 range down in Miami. So when we're looking at that, we do see consistent production. We do see consistent arrow pointed up. But in terms of body type, 6'3", 248, a little bit different in terms of how he is going to be utilized. I think it was Mark Cabali. Shout out to Kaboom also, man. But he had reported that the Steelers are planning to use him in multiple ways, man. True tight end, slot receiver, but also H-back. And I think that is appropriate. When you look at how the Dolphins used him, we know Mike McDaniel, offensive savant in terms of how he, has been able to carve up teams with that Tyreek, Jalen Waddle, Tua Tagovailoa approach down in Miami. Jonnu Smith, though, man, really was a productive part of that offense as well. So to me, a little bit different style because McDaniel's a lot more of that West Coast. See the movement, the motion pre-snap, and how he's, scheming certain guys to get the ball early and around the line of scrimmage. We're a little bit different in our approach with that, but I do feel like with Arthur Smith, with Aaron Rodgers, that play action pass element and having a veteran quarterback who understands how to get the ball out, how to throw guys open, how to put tight window throws out there consistently as well. That's something that, even though Jonnu played with a good quarterback in Tua Tagovailoa, he hasn't played with a guy that has the precision and accuracy and touch and anticipation that Aaron Rodgers presents. And I think that that's the part that is a little bit more intriguing to why I want to see how Jonnu Smith's production could even increase. I don't think he'll get more targets than he had last year, the 111 targets, because with a DK Metcalf, a Pat Freiermuth, and we want to run this football, we're not going to throw 111 passes to Jonnu Smith. I don't see, and barring an injury, I don't see that happening. But I do feel like, man, he is going to be a guy that, he can create separation versus linebackers. That's why these type of athletes, man, the Pat Freiermuths, those big, rangy tight end types, man, you want them because they create mismatches. Not all mismatches have to be at the wide receiver position. Some of them are that right there. And he's a dude that understands how to win. And when you have a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers who understands how to get those guys the football and also how to get them the ball in just a catchable way, right? It's the difference between you throwing it on the back hip where that guy has to reach behind to get it, slows his momentum, stops him, versus you throwing it on that front shoulder where now he's catching it and now he's able to turn his head and keep his momentum going the right way. That's the difference between yak yardage. That simple little detail, but those are the things that a guy like Aaron Rodgers, who's done that historically through his career, is, he's a dude that's going to be able to help us out, man. He's the guy that's going to ultimately be able to maximize a Jonnu Smith. He's going to be able to maximize a Pat Freiermuth. And I think that, when you throw those two dudes in there along with the Darnell Washington, who we're hoping, man, we'll continue to see more production from him now that we got a dude that, at least with Aaron Rodgers, historically, man, has used all his weapons, man. I mean, you think about his time back in Green Bay with the Mercedes Lewis, right? We know he had his weapons, the Devontae Adams of the world, right? The Randall Cobbs of the world. But Mercedes Lewis is this guy for a while as well out in Green Bay, man. So I think of that, and I'm just like, we don't need to give out any more talent. Don't give away any more talent, especially on the offensive side of the ball. If you want to add another receiver, I think you can do that. But right now, I'm just like, man, I like what we have in terms of Rodgers being able to maximize a Jonnu Smith. And like I said, for me, that's kind of my mindset with it and why I think that the move, including him, made it make a lot more sense because we're getting two Pro Bowl caliber players. You're getting two dudes that are coming off of really good seasons while, you only lost one of those type of players, man. So that part I think will be a benefit for us, man. It will be something that we should feel good about. But yeah, I don't want to move on from move. Like, I want to be clear about that. I like this move as long as we're keeping Muth with it. But as we talked about earlier with the TJ Watt thing, man, I mean, is anybody safe right now? Who's safe? Anybody's on the trading block, man. Because, yeah, when you move on from Minkah Fitzpatrick, man, yeah, anybody is available, man. But that's the thing that we got to see, though, man. All right, because Jonnu Smith, though, man, his game is very similar to Moose, though. They got a lot of similarities, but obviously the difference with Moose is more inline tight end, whereas with Jonnu, man, they move him around a little bit more Connor Hayward, Michael Pruitt-esque. So that's a little bit of the difference to the games, but to me, man, yeah. Keep them both. All right. But hopefully y'all are enjoying yourselves, man. And if you are, hit the like button for the one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Alrighty. Got some time before we're going to hit the homie TG up. So what I want to do, if I can quarterback this name right, do want to open up these phone lines real quick to kind of get your thoughts on the Ramsey trade, the Minkah move, Jonnu Smith joining the squad and everything like that. So give me 1 second. Let's get that rolling. And then from there, man, I'll give out the digits to dial and we'll get that thing rolling. All right. Hopefully y'all want to have the phone call. I mean, if y'all want to jump, onto the call, have some convo, tell me how y'all feel about the trade, drop it in the comments section. Say, yo, Moats, we want the phone lines open. All right. If you want the phone lines open, say it in the comment section. Let me see it. All right. But if you don't, then we'll just wait till the homie TG hits us and then we'll talk to TG, all right? But yeah, man, y'all let me know. Do you want the phone lines open? Do we want to have a conversation and get your voice heard about this here trade? I needs to know. I needs to know. I needs to know. Oh. Let me take a sip of this here Gatorade too while I wait on y'all. Or wait on Yins. I do see you, K Hearth. I see you say, please open the phone lines, Moats. Come on now. But I say, because if we're going to open them up, is y'all going to call me in? Y'all going to call in on these phone lines? Because I'm trying to have a convo, man. I need to know. I needs to know, baby. Alrighty. So yeah, man, we'll tap in real quick, man. Let's see how the congregation is feeling about these here moves, man. But the digits to dial, as always, 412-346-6955. Once again, 412-346-6955. Gonna have a little convo, man. See how y'all feeling about this here trade, man. Because like I said, it was a bombshell of a move, man. Big trade, man. Alrighty. Oh man, shout out to this one. I know this guy. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna hit him right now. Let me hit the homie up right now. I already seen you call him. I'm gonna call you right back. Cause you know we got to talk it. I gotta figure out how you feel about it, alright? Let's go. Alright, let's see. Hello.
Yo, peace.
There he is. Got Rod Dollars in the building. How we feeling, man? How we feeling? It was a big time move this weekend, right, man. Let's go. But yeah, man, so life's good on your side of town, man. Everything good with you, right?
Yes, sir, man. How you feeling today?
Man, shoot, I'm over here just recouping, trying to figure out, man, what we doing with life right now in this Black and Gold Nation, man. No Mika Fitzpatrick. I did not think we would be having that conversation 2 days before the 4th of July, but here we are, man. So, Rod, talk to me, man. How'd you feel about the trade, man? Do you like it? What don't you like about it? Let's hear it.
Honestly, truthfully, I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't like it because I think we was good with D. Slay on the outside, Joey Porter on the other side, me, Deshaun Elliott, you know what I'm saying, and Juan Thornhill coming in, playing some of that big nickel, stuff like that. Yeah, so I really don't like it, but since we didn't make the move, I guess I gotta like it because I'm a Steelers fan, man, to the death of me. So I guess I gotta somehow, some way look at the glass half full, if you want to say that. But with that being said, I like D. Slay at the free safety.
Ooh, okay.
If he's down to play free.
Okay.
And I like Jalen coming out. I like Jalen on the outside with Joey Porter on the other side.
Okay.
With Beanie and Echols playing the nickel and Don. That's what I came up with the other day after we made the move. So I was looking
I like it.
I was looking at I'm like, D. Slay a little older than Jalen, you know, so I feel like him at the free. He a little, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because think about it, as the free is less tackling, more of the coverage element.
Yeah.
He should be able to still cover at a high, as a safety, he'll be able to cover at a very, very high level. Obviously, corner is a little bit different just because the athletes out there. But I like the approach, and I like my man say, I got my dime and my nickel corner. All right, Beanie and Echols. Yeah. I was going to say, which one you throwing on first? Or who'll get the 9 first, man?
Oh, at the slot?
Yeah, who you put on first?
Oh, man, you know who I'm rolling with first. Beanie, man.
Okay.
Man.
I
we done seen it. He came out, made plays. Hey, don't let him come out on when we start training camp and be picking off Aaron Rodgers again.
Look. You know I do this now. You know I do this. You ain't learned your lesson? You still learned your lesson yet, man?
Right. Yeah. Beanie definitely getting that
big
first,
facts.
Man. And I like the Jonnu
Smith, the Pro Bowler, bro. Yeah.
Just because Donald Parham got injured.
Yeah, big
So
facts.
that was good. And right now, we really don't know what Connor Hayward is. I love him at fullback.
Yeah.
But he can't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he could play that H-back, you know.
The role where you could really feature him.
Though. I honestly think he can, yeah.
Because I think the thing, too, is we know he's capable, but we haven't seen them utilize him like that. And we don't know if that's an internal thing, if they don't trust him, or if Arthur Smith doesn't like his style. And that's the part that we won't know. But, yeah, I'm with you because when we drafted him, that is the part that we thought, all right, his game reflects that. But then we signed Michael Pruitt last year, and it was kind of the same approach where you're like, well, Michael Pruitt is a more defined version of Connor Hayward. Now you look at Jonnu Smith, and it's kind of the same thing. It's like, yo, you're just the more proven version of that. But I mean, when you paying them $12 million, you know who about to get the ball now, man. You know who's gonna be on that field. $12 million getting on that field, man.
Yep. And I think Darnell Washington is gonna be good too, man. He's gonna be good. Sit back and learn. That's gonna give him a chance to sit back and learn and really develop his skills for real.
I like it. I like it. All right, Rod. Well, shout out to you, man. What you got planned for this holiday weekend, man? You getting into anything?
Oh, no. Like I said, man, my kids got a track meet, man, on Saturday. So
getting after
that's
it, man.
Be out. Hopefully it ain't too hot, man.
Hey, look. What time does the meet start? I hope they don't hit you with that 8 a.m. start, bro.
No. Yeah, we supposed to be up there at 8 a.m. They start running, though, around like 9:30.
Oh, all right. At least you get to ease into it, man. Shout out, man.
Right.
Let's go, man. Hey, appreciate you as always. You already know that, man. All love and, man, stay safe out there, all right, baby?
Yes, sir.
No doubt,
sir.
man.
Be safe, be smart, man. Shout out to the chat.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it, baby. Peace.
All right.
Shout out right there, man. Rod Dallas tapping in with us, man. Like I said, we trying to hear how y'all feel about this here trade, all right? Oh, we got another call that just came in. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm going to call you back. You know I'll call you back now. Let's call you back, all right? Let's see what's happening right here. Let's see where going, Jean. Hello.
Yo.
Is this Justin? Is it Justin going over here I'm talking to right now, man?
It is. What's going on, Moats? How you doing?
What's the word, man? You know I'm over here just, vibing out, trying to hear how you feel about these trades, man. We shipping all pros and receiving all pros and pro balls. It's just a lot of chaos going on in black and gold right now, man. Whew.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How you feeling about all this right now, man? Yeah.
I would have loved it with Mink and Jalen. That's going to put fear in them Ratbirds. But I still like it because we got Jonnu, so I'm not hating on it. I hate to see Mink go, but I welcome the new additions,
Yeah.
I think if we go get a Justin Simmons or something like that, that's going to make us feel a lot better.
Yeah.
That would also make me feel a lot better about signing Amari Cooper.
Oh, okay.
Instead of getting a super big name like Terry McLaurin or Tyreek Hill, something that I wanted, something big.
Scary Terry, nice though, bro. Terry McLaurin is nice.
Yeah, but with Jonnu, Moof, and Darnell, we can get a Amari Cooper. I don't want Gabe Davis still, though. Y'all can just let him go on about the business. Still don't want Gabe.
Gabe gonna show up in the postseason, man. All right, Gabe make big plays in big games. All right.
Yeah, I'm cool on that. I'm good on that.
Yeah, I can dig that.
But what I do, but Pete, this though, I just said this in the Super, but that 4th round pick had me baffled. What are we doing? When Shedeur was still on the board, that had me baffled. I couldn't understand. But now with TJ no new deal, it makes more sense.
He said,
it makes a lot more sense.
Starting to put them connecting the dots. They said this was my high-end insurance.
6'5".
All right.
Yeah, that kid 6'5", 260 monster. Okay.
Long arms.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Big school, big championship playmaker. Yeah. You peeping it.
Hey, speaking of Shedeur, I'm at Colorado University right now doing a Fish concert. I'm in the House of Prime.
Let's go. Is it beautiful out there? I know it's beautiful out there, man.
It's hot up here, man.
Serious?
It's beautiful, but it's hot.
Man, I wouldn't
I had me
okay.
walking up this hill, and I was out of breath. I'm thinking, like, I'm out of shape, but I forgot the elevation.
Oh, yeah, big facts. Big facts.
But, yeah, man, I just I hope we get, like, a Amari Cooper or something like that.
Yeah.
Justice Simmons, and then a swing tackle. And I'm feeling real good. Or another guard, and I'm good to go. But if you're not going to get a blockbuster deal, if we're not fleecing another team, just pay TJ, man. Just give him his money.
Respect on that. Just pay that man. Pay him. All right. I like that right there, though.
Let him ride off into the sunset, man. Let's put some respect on his name because he did. We are not the same team without him on the field.
I would agree.
That man gets after the ball.
Yep.
He gives the offense multiple chances. You know, like because he creates turnovers by himself.
Absolutely.
Like,
I mean, we've seen our record when he's on the field versus our record when he is not on the field, man. That's one of the dudes that impacts wins and losses in a major way. And that's why we even are having a conversation about paying him $40+ million. Like, that's unheard of for non-quarterbacks, but TJ has been an unheard of type of player as well. So, here we are with that thing. But like I said, man, that's why we had to have that convo because some people, man, they looking at it saying, move on from him and let me go get 3 people. You can get 3 players at 10, 12 million a piece, and you're like, hey, man, we might feel like we've offset the TJ Watt singular production.
Yeah, he could, but I had the mindset to move on from Cam like 2 years ago. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't say it vocally, but I was thinking like Cam could go ahead, but he proved me wrong. Look, I was like, Cam getting up there, you know what I'm saying? But
you was gonna cut him wrong when he was winning Man of the Year. You was thinking about giving him the old kebab. That's crazy. Man.
But he proved me wrong. So I'm like, to have that mindset about TJ, I don't think he's like not on the downhill at all.
Yeah,
I think he's for sure still the guy. But I just say, like, if we're not gonna get no big deal for him, then just go ahead and let him. Yeah. Just get him his money.
Nah, I can dig that right there, man. I can definitely dig that. Well, shoot, man. I appreciate you tapping in with me, Justin. What's your plans for the weekend, man? Holiday weekend, 4th of July. What you getting into, man?
I'm gonna be up here at CU University. I'm doing a Fish concert. I'm an entertainment electrician, so I do temporary power for special events. So I'll be all over the nation.
I'm about to say you get to see all the the cool acts behind the scenes and stuff like that. Then what it sound like?
Yeah. It's just work though. It ain't too much glitz and glam. When I was a youngster, I was impressed. Now
Okay. I can dig it. He said, man, y'all ain't special anymore, man. I done this too long now, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like the new flavor you bring it to the channel though with Really Flawed and Mark Bergen. I'm feeling all the new additions.
Salute, man.
I love the flavor you bring it to the channel, man.
No, I appreciate that,
man. My Steelers fix on the daily or wherever you drop.
Hey, look, you know that's the goal, man. All right, hey, look, I'm gonna take a little hiatus before training camp, but after that, man, we full steam ahead, man. And you will be seeing more Really Flawed. Shout out to Tanisha. You'll be seeing more Mark Bergen, TG, Tyler, Dom, everybody, man. All right. So yeah, you already know how we rolling this year, man. Coming harder and harder, baby. All right.
All right, much love, Mo.
Hey, appreciate you again, man.
Chat.
There it is. Stay safe out there, baby. All right.
All
right, peace, baby. Let's go, man. I like it. I like how we working right here, man. I like how we working. Actually, I almost forgot. Let me text TG real quick before we start this next call, because y'all know if I don't text him, he gonna forget me. All right. All right. Got him fired up. Let's see. Oh, we got some more calls coming in here. Okay. Well, let's see. All right, like you just called me. I'm gonna call you right back then. Like you just called me. I'm gonna call you right back. Since you called me, I like when you call me. I'm gonna call you right back. Let's find out what's going on here, man. Let's see who this is.
Hello?
Hello? Is this Double D over there? Is this a David over there?
Yes, it is,
I'm just
What
trying
up?
to see if it's David Decker one time for the culture, because you know it's off the most, and I got to talk to you, baby. How you feeling, man? What's the word?
I'm good, Moats. How are you?
Man, life's good, man. We about to have a weekend of chilling time, but at the same time, we just made a bombshell trade. The import-export business in Pittsburgh is crazy right now, man. Minka gone?
Yes,
How we gonna do that? Jalen Ramsey here? Jonnu Smith here. What's going on? How we feeling, David? How we feeling?
I like the trade for Jalen Ramsey. I was happy when I woke up and saw it yesterday. I'm happy that we got him.
Turn up, yeah.
But I was a little mad that we traded Mika.
So question, did you do it like how I did it, man, where you're like, all right, Jalen Ramsey, let's go. You fired up because it just reads we got Jalen. And then a couple minutes later, you're like, oh, that was what it was for? No. That was a rough one, man.
Yeah.
That was definitely a rough one.
But I do want to see how it works up before we decide anything, because if it works for Jalen Ramsey, it's kind of a win-win for both of us.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, it's kind of looking at it like that way.
I would agree with that right there. I mean, and Jalen in his own right is a dang good player, productive player, versatile player. So we don't necessarily feel like he got fleeced, but it's Minka we talking about though, right? Like, how do you move on from Minka?
Yeah.
Now,
and it's like, if Jalen Ramsey gets back to the form he was before the Miami, I think it's a good move in that sense.
No, I could dig that right there, man. Now, how do you feel about the other side of the ball, though? We also were able to get, a Jonnu Smith in here, Pro Bowl tight end, coming off of, his best year of his career. And statistically, he would have been our second leading receiver and would have led us in touchdown receptions last year. How we feel about that being added to the roster now, man?
I think it's interesting because you got like Freiermuth, you got Cam Hayward, you got Washington, and it's like you got to see where Jonnu Smith, because are we getting the Jonnu Smith before Miami, or are we getting the Jonnu Smith that went to Miami? Because if we get the Jonnu Smith that was in Miami, we're going to have trouble. But if we get the Jonnu Smith before Miami, I think it's a good move. And it's like it opens Muth, because now you have two blocking tight ends, which allows Muth to go out there and try to become a weapon on the offensive side of catching.
No, without a doubt. I like that right there. I like that. So I'm glad that you're on it sounds like the train of keeping all the tight ends together. We're not shipping anybody out, correct?
Nope. I don't want to trade Muth. I think that would not be smart. I want to see where he can do on the offensive side, because he's still that offensive weapon.
Come on,
he may not be able to block, but he still is that offensive weapon that we drafted. So we need to see that first before we make those moves to determining whether Muth is tradable or if it's worth keeping him. And see how we do with like 3 tight ends.
Yeah. No, I see. That's what I needed right there, David. That's what I needed to hear right there, baby. All right. Well, the final one I got to ask you, and this is it's becoming the elephant in the room, okay? We're going to blame Let's Go UW for this, but what's up with TJ Watt, man? You paying him $40+ million, or are we looking at him and saying, hey, man, Minka wasn't untouchable. You're not untouchable now, man. Are you shipping him? What you doing with that, man?
I would see maybe paid him, but if he's looking for more than he was before, I'm like, no. But I want to see, because I think this year they're going all in.
Yeah.
TJ's got to be like, hey, let's do this, because this is the best chance they got at a Super Bowl with Rodgers. And this is the best chance I think TJ is going to get as a Super Bowl.
No,
but it's real. Like, let's see.
That is real, because, for me, I'm just like, whew. I want TJ here, especially if we're going all in this year, which it does appear. Like, we didn't mortgage the future, but we definitely appear to be loading up to make a legit run this year. I feel like TJ Watt makes us closer to winning it than if he's not on this roster, but we have, 3 other ancillary players. I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about that,
Yeah. Plus, we also have Jack Sawyer, who is somewhat, that could be down the line of, if TJ doesn't want to be here anymore, that could be who we put in and replace him. Like, Sawyer is a very good edge rusher.
Absolutely. And great size on him too, man. So you got some options with that, man. You definitely got some options. Whew, but I like it. So we're not trading no offensive talent away. We want to keep, TJ if possible, but we do got something in the lineup in terms of Jack Sawyer that could help us if it went doomsday. All right, so it sounds like everything is good there. Sounds like we're on the same page. All right, well, the last thing I got for you, David, before we get up out of here, what's your plans for the weekend, man? What you getting into this weekend, man? You traveling anywhere? You cooking out? What you doing, man?
I tell you what I'm doing Friday. There you go. I'm going to a baseball game with my family on Friday.
Let's go! go. Let's go. Shout out, man. All right.
Gonna cheer on my Rochester Red Wings.
Hey, shout out to the Rochester Red Wings, man. Rochester Red. Now, do y'all play the Bison up there or no?
Yeah, I think we do.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say, yeah, man. Shout out to the Red Wing, Rochester Red Wings, obviously the Buffalo Bison, but yeah, man, I like it there, man. Hey, well, enjoy the game, man. All right, take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. Let's get it. But look, appreciate you again for tapping into the show and being a supporter the way that you are too, man. From the heart, you know what means a lot, man. All right.
Yep.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Peace. Shout out. I like it, man. I like it when we having some good phone calls today, man. All right. Excellent job by everybody thus far, man, in terms of the call-ins. All right. Do appreciate you. I'm torn right now between one more phone call and waiting on TG. All right. Because TG said, yo, I'll be ready. And I'm like, all right, TG, are you really going to be ready? Or is this like a TG's ready? You know how TG is. His ready is never like ready. It's kind of like ready, but not all the way ready. You know how you do. Oh, all right. And this was Justin Gordon's super chat that he had sent in, man. Do want to read it just because, like I said, you did send it in. So shout out to you for that. We do appreciate you from the heart as well. But he said that the 4th round pick had me baffled with Shedeur still on the board. It makes sense now that TJ doesn't have a new deal. If you don't get a first, Olave or another Bears fleece type of deal, just pay the man. And I respect that right there, man. Trust me, I would love, Chris Olave. That would be nice. That would be really nice here. But we'll see how that plays out, man. All righty. Yeah, let's take one more call. I actually don't know who this one is. They just called, so let's find out. Who is Yins?
Yo, Moats.
Talk to me, baby. Who I'm on the hotline with? Talk to me.
Yo, it's Concepts, part 2.
Hey, let's go. What's the word, man?
I snuck away from work for a second. I'm like, let's see if we can get a call in real quick.
Let's go, X. Let's go, man. Talk to me, baby. Talk to me. How you feeling about this here situation, man? Huh? You shipping out Minka Fitzpatrick for Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith? Are we going crazy, or is this a good move?
So I think I'm in the same boat as most. That I woke up and I saw Jalen Ramsey, and there were little talks, little breadcrumbs about it. I'm getting really excited. I'm thinking, okay, maybe we traded a 3rd-round pick or something.
We gave us some capital.
Sudden, oh, yeah. Someone texted me and just said, no, not Minka. And I'm like, wait a minute. This can't have anything to do with the Jalen trade. There's no way. Secondary for secondary? No.
Yep.
Oh,
it hurt.
It's a shame. It's funny because everyone I know is like, that's my last jersey of a current player.
It's real.
And that's my boat too, until I get a TJ jersey, of course.
Look, I'm looking at my son's closet, and it's a TJ jersey, and I'm just like, you're the last of a dying breed, baby. Come on, TJ. Everything else then turned real throwback all of a sudden. All right, you want some vintage George Pickens? You ever seen a vintage Kenny Pickett? Yeah, it's getting weird, man. It's getting real weird in that jersey closet right now, man.
Hey, I'll keep wearing my Le'Veon Bell and my Antonio Brown jersey just to piss people off.
The classics right there, man.
Oh, favorites.
But talk to me though, X.
Favorites.
So we obviously know we moving from a guy like Minka Fitzpatrick, heck of a player, right? 3-time All-Pro, currently in his prime. But let's specifically talk about the Jalen Ramsey addition and the Jonnu Smith addition. What do you feel, those two players specifically, bringing to the table, man? How does that kind of make you feel about it?
I really think people are underrating both players. I think Jalen, I've been, I deep dive in the tape, and that doesn't mean anything. I'm not an expert, but
you still watching it though. Are you in there though? Heck yeah.
That is a Steeler cornerback. People can talk about him talking and this and that, but I mean, he will hit you. He's going to put you on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But not only that, he can take out these number one wide receivers that we've been struggling with lately.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe JPJ is going to be great. But him learning just from watching not only Darius Slay, but Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey leads by example.
Yep.
He will put his play out there, and that's going to be so much for Porter to learn from.
Shoot, I was even thinking just body type wise, right? We say JPJ is long, handsy, physical corner. Jalen Ramsey, long, handsy, physical corner. Like, there's so many similarities, so many things that JPJ should be able to learn from and ultimately help his game grow while still having a Darius Slay. I mean, these are 2 Super Bowl champions that you're bringing onto this roster as well, right?
Exactly. You have that pedigree. Both of them know what it's like to win a championship, and they play their best games in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And so, especially Darius Slay with that leadership, but then you add Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
And that's going to elevate the whole secondary. Now, of course, losing Minka, you lose a big leadership factor there. But I think what you lose in Minka, you gain in a whole different realm.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, they're similar players.
Mm-hmm.
They're very cerebral. They let their play talk for them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jalen talks a little bit more on the field. I don't know. I've never been on the field with Minka or either. So
Minka is like a straight psycho killer when he's on the field. You know, when he blacked out, you're like, yo, somebody's about to get knocked out, bro. That's Minka. Yeah.
Exactly. But I see some of these hits from Jalen Ramsey.
He'll hit you for sure. Ramsey hit you.
We're not losing. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I just meant we're not losing that physicality that people are thinking that we're losing by switching to a corner.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are a lot of people talking like Jalen's soft.
Oh, no. Yeah, but say Jalen will hit you.
People realized.
Yeah.
Jalen
for sure will hit you, man. For sure. Mm-hmm. Now, X, I got to take it to the other side of the ball now, all right? Because we got 2 tight ends, both getting nice money, and we only got 1 big piece of steak. Who gets the big piece of steak? Who got to sit at the kiddie table and eat them chicken nuggets, man? How we doing this, man?
Honestly, I think they're going to be used in slightly different ways.
Okay.
I think they're going to utilize Jonnu more in that, not as a third tight end. I don't mean it that way. I don't think that there's really a delineation of like number 1, number 2, number 3. Right. I think it's just going to be different assignments, like how Connor Hayward and Michael Pruitt tried to fill that H-back kind of utility player role. Jonnu is a yak god. I mean, all of his comes after the fact.
You watching your tape. You didn't cut that tape on a little bit. I peep you. I say he's a yak. I'm like, oh yeah, you know your stuff. Yeah. Let's go.
Think of with Jalen Warren when they would dump the ball off. You see him, how he works after the catch.
Yeah.
I think Jonnu is another element of that. That you could almost have both on the field, and you're almost getting that pseudo. Like 2 running back set.
Absolutely.
And it's not obviously not that, but
that's the feel that you're going to get. It's more of that flavor. Absolutely.
Yeah. And Rodgers will love that too, because, he will take what you give him. If they shut down the back end, guess what? He's going to eat. And so I'm excited. I think Jonnu is a great addition. And technically we traded a 2027 fifth for a 2027 7th.
Correct. Yes.
For him. So that's a steal. And I think they paid him $12 million, but technically I think it's over 2 years. So if you take the 12 and the 4, it's $8 million a year,
like you said,
which is less than most. It's fair.
I was gonna say, like, even though we spent and we had to give up some stuff, we did it in a very cost efficient way. Like. Omar he didn't go out there and just give it away. No. Omar got see, he came back with something. Yeah.
I kept thinking we could possibly get Jalen Ramsey for like maybe one of those later 3rd round picks. But the more time that went by, I think they were looking for closer to a 2nd round pick. So and Minka, if say we were a team that was trying to offset assets, Minka for a second would make sense.
It would.
But if we're not going to be paying him next year, or I'm sorry, he was under contract next year. I think it was the following year.
They would have to give him the new deal.
But then, and they'd still be deciding, do they want to pay, 18 to 20 million to a safety?
But that's still,
I hate talking like that.
But if you think about it though, if you're the Dolphins, would you rather pay 18 to 20 million for a safety, or would you rather pay 26 million to a corner and then 12 to a tight end? And that was. When you're looking at how they offset the cost to an extent, they're like, man, We got us a 5th round draft. They got a draft pick on top of it, and they got Minka, who's a couple years younger, still in the heart of it. And you already loved him because you drafted him in the 1st round 6 years ago. It was just he played the 1 year and then y'all traded him. But to me, I'm like,
Flores isn't there anymore.
Correct. And we know that was a big part of it as well. So now, if you're the Dolphins, you've essentially cleared your books. It's like, man, we found a way to still have a great player in here. Yeah, we lose these two, but we've also accumulated how much more money now that if we want to go re-sign a Tyreek or, go out and acquire other players, they kind of have that flexibility now to do that. So I can see from their side why they would do it, and they're not competing for a championship next year anyways.
Exactly. And they need all that money for Tua.
Heck yeah, come on, man. Tua said, I ain't retiring yet. Tyreek is ready for a new deal.
$36 million.
Yep. He's ready for a new one as well. Tua got to get a new one, and then don't be surprised when Jalen Waddle in a year from now also is ready to get some new money as well, man. So yeah, that's where it's at with all those dudes, man.
28 mil. So.
Yep. Heck yeah, man.
More.
Heck
real quick before
talk to me.
I'm sorry.
You good?
One thing I wanted to say. So of course, pay TJ.
Go.
Hey TJ.
Let's go.
I'm going to say it, but. Let's play a game here. So you're the GM for the Bills. Isn't that Brandon Beane?
I remember. Yep.
And imagine I'm Omar Khan.
All right.
And I call you up and I offer TJ Watt for Josh Allen. What are you saying?
You said for Josh Allen. I'm gonna say you got the wrong number. You meant Jacksonville. Jacksonville is the number you looking for, man. Call that Josh Allen up, man.
No. I can't remember what he switched his name to.
Yeah. You right. He did switch his name. Yeah, you right. He did switch it. Good call. But yeah, that's the only one I can think of. All right, because it's no way you talk about the league MVP. You talk about that guy. Oh no, right. man! It can't be that guy. Trade. Yeah, that's not a fair trade at all, man.
The Bills would have to throw in more on top. they have to throw in like Kincaid. How about Kincaid and Josh Allen for TJ?
Look.
And Keon Coleman. Okay, then there's your 3 players that they were talking about for TJ.
X, are you gonna keep the mask on, or are you just gonna take the mask off when you gonna rob these people like that? I'm just asking, man. Are you even gonna try to hide it? All right, because that's just full on robbery right there, man.
We are talking the con artist.
Let's go.
Man.
Oh, I like it.
Hey, TJ did play quarterback before.
He did, though. He definitely did. And trust me, man, TJ's capable of a lot of things. It's just Josh is capable of a lot of things, too. That's all.
Oh, yeah. I'll be honest. If Josh were to switch to outside linebacker, I bet he could get some sacks.
Oh, I would agree. Yeah.
As weird as that sounds.
Josh is a special player. Very similar to how we would look at Ben and say, yo, there isn't a lot that Ben can't do athletically. That's kind of how they look at Josh. Like, yo, it's not a lot he can't do athletically, man. But don't get me in trouble like that, X. Don't you get me in trouble like that, man. All right? What you got on the weekend, or what you getting into, man, before we get up out of here, man? What you got for the holiday weekend?
Oh, I'm going to be spending time with the family.
Let's go.
I have to relax. I've been working way too much.
Let's go, man.
You've been helping me through it with the awesome content.
Hey, no, I appreciate you on that there, man. Shoot, respect from the heart. But like you said, don't work too hard, man. Unplug, get that work-life balance. I'm be over here hunting the same thing, all right, baby? But definitely appreciate you as always. You already know that, man.
Yes, sir. And shout out TG, too.
Hey, let's get it. He just texted. He said, I'm waiting on you. I said, all right, player, let's do it then, man. So shout out to you,
I'm waiting on X.
Man, hey, we got time for you today, X. So all good. But appreciate you again, man.
I appreciate you. I know I was holding you up. So.
Hey, you good, baby? All right. Peace.
But hey, you have a great day.
You too, now. Peace. Shout out to X Concepts, man. Shout out to everybody that did tap in on the phone lines. And if you did enjoy what we were on, make sure you hit the like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel, baby. Like I said, man, got to have a little fun with the phone lines on occasion. Alrighty. But now let's call up the homie TG before he gets all the way active into what he's getting activated now. Alrighty.
Hello.
Yeah. There he is. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, children of all ages. We are currently joined by that one and only, that man, that myth, that legend, the Pittsburgh Steelers alum, the West Virginia, the Mountain Mamba, alum. All right, take me home, Country Roads. You know that. We also,
so-
I'm talking about my locker mate, one half of the locker mates, and the current defensive coordinator of Norfolk State University, led by head coach Mike Vick. We talking about Terence Garvin, aka TG. Oh, TJ. Man, you know the people like you now, TG. You know I can't even make that up, play. How are you doing though, man? What's the word?
Man, I feel good.
Man, let's
I feel
go.
good. I feel good. I'm ready now. I feel good. I done sat on it. I done digested. I feel good.
I was really about to ask, man, hey, look, has anything changed in terms of how we feeling now that it's been 48 hours? No Minka. Shout out to Jalen Ramsey being here though, right?
Yeah, man. No, yeah. So I mean, I feel good about it. I think it's because it kind of was like oh, but you did lose
It's Minka, bro.
Minka. You know,
It's Minka.
I think now it's kind of like you think about it. I think the weapon you lose in Minka, you lose the leadership. You know, you lose the back end knowledge. You lose like the communicator per se. But I think you get a weapon. When you think of like the elite secondaries right now, the Baltimores, the Phillies, they got the weapon. You know, and then it's like you got pieces around the weapon where it's like you can play so much man in there. They can move Jalen around. I feel way better about it. I feel good about it. Jalen to communicate. That's gonna be a good defense. It's a lot of weapons out there now.
It is.
It's a lot of weapons.
It definitely is. Now, I was gonna ask though, man, the flip side of that thing, right? We spent a lot of time focusing on the Jalen Ramsey for Minka Fitzpatrick element, right? Because both of these dudes defenders, both of these dudes all pros, right? Both secondary players. But we did also get a whole Pro Bowl player on the other side of the ball in Jonnu Smith. How are we feeling about that part of it? Because I feel like in this whole trade breakdown, he's been like the forgotten one. I'm like, yo, this is a 880
I think that was the trade.
plus 8 touchdown. Like, dude's productive as heck last year, man.
For sure. And that was the trade because it's like you're just saying in the terms of offense, like you got weapons in there. You got short game weapons. You can spin it around. You can do a lot of stuff, a lot of short game stuff. It just opens that up. I think we had those pieces in the sense of, like Pat, he can do those things, and there's guys who can do those things. But it now makes it like a true, if you want to get in this 13 personnel, and you gotta either respect it, and you gotta leave that one-on-one out there, or you gotta kind of deal with it because it's still a running back in here. There's some good running backs in there.
Big body backs too. When you think Caleb Johnson, man.
And when you think the coach, like he's a run game guru in a sense, like you gotta respect that. Like you gotta show him that a lot. And it's like he's gonna have schemes that's gonna show up for that run game. And it's like I think if him and Aaron can kind of click up, where it's like I think Aaron's more. You respect his brain. Yeah. I think he's already kind of coming there and give a little like, yo, we're gonna do it. They're gonna say this. We're gonna kind of move like this. Like it's not like he's about to change a 20-year vocab. So I'm sure he got plays that are just hitters that he loves. So it's like you kind of they can combine them. It's almost like you get another offensive coordinator with Aaron.
I see what you mean right there. And especially if they're both on the same page, which we're hopeful they will be. If they could work together, we get what you're saying.
They're trying to build that.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what that convo really was. Like, look, man, I know this. Like, I know you know this. Let's put it together. Let me check these. Like, trust my checks. Because you got one-on-one game out there with DK. It's crazy. One-on-one is
and if you get one-on-one with DK, you love that every time.
We love it every time. So it's like you got one-on-one game with DK, and then you got all this interior-wise. It's a lot, It is. It's a lot.
So this should, as a whole, even though we're losing Minka Fitzpatrick, who we obviously all love, right? It should, in theory, be a net positive, though, when you're saying the Jalen Ramsey effect and the Jonnu Smith effect. We feel like, as a whole, we're in a better place, at least on-field production-wise, than we were last year, correct?
like I don't think Jalen's a per se better safety.
No. But I'm saying like just in terms of having an elite defender in the
I
secondary.
think Jalen's a better per se DB.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, one's a versatile dude, one's a true safety. Yeah, they're not safety for safety. Yeah, we're not saying that. No. But in terms of elite defender for elite defenders, what I'm saying.
I think Minka's best traits was his ability to sit in the middle of the field and be the whole player. You know? And I think you still get that out of Jalen. And I think you still can move him around so much that, I think you win that.
Yeah, okay. Because that was kind of how I was seeing it as well, man, where it's just like, yo, you just don't have the stationary dominant player. You got a dude that's going to move around, but he's still a dominant player. Like, the production has been there, and he's been available.
They might not be done. They might not be done back there.
Well, that's the question, man. Are you free agent or you trading? What you doing next? Because you got a Justin Simmons out there. You got, I think it's a Buda Baker on AZ contract-ish. You know what I mean? Like, some peoples, some names. What you eyeing something? You got your eye on something already?
I mean, those are expensive. I think this TJ is I think you freed up some situational money for this TJ to get done. But if it's crazy, I think then you go get
okay. Because I'm gonna just tell you. So TG, prior to me and you hopping on, I had the phone lines open. The fans were calling in. Shout out to all the subscribers, right? They not sold on just paying TJ the 40 though. They like, bro, you could get some players for that, bro. Like, think about Ramsey's getting 26 this year. Jonnu's getting 12 this year. It's like, bro,
I'm not saying
like you can get a lot of pieces for 40 mil, man.
I'm not saying it's only one TJ.
It is. It's
only one. Like, I think I'm really team pay TJ.
I'm with you. You know we're on the same page.
You don't see them punch outs on the goal line.
Come on, man.
Just little stuff.
You have to account for him. Where is he at?
He changes your whole front package. Like the whole, like he just changed.
Your offense is left-handed this week when you play in TJ. You play left-handed offense. Like, you're not you don't run no naked boot that way. No play action pass going that way. You know that. Yeah.
I think like Alex. I think like Herbert. I think even we say Jack. I think those are great. Robbins. I think I love Herbert. I think that's that's turning the corner. And there's other guys in there. There's Moon and there's other guys in there. So it's like it's a committee.
Now I will say this in terms of, because I know with the Minka trade, we looked at the free agency market and we saw Justin Simmons as like the main name that everybody brought up. The flip side, at outside linebacker, Zadarius Smith is a free agent currently.
That's AFC North. Like, you
catch what I'm saying? Like,
I see what you're saying.
And Zadarius, right? Which you already have with Highsmith, Herbig, and Sawyer.
Get you an all-world.
Okay, safety. Now you following it.
Like, sneak a little. Like,
you can even add give me another Swiss Army linebacker, bro. I already know what you want. Bro. But like, you could get a lot for 40, bro. Get a lot for 40, bro.
You get a lot.
And we not talking no bottom of the barrel. We said, yo, hey, look, and when it's all said and done, if you still want to get Amari Cooper, you can still go do that when you're done. Be like, you know what, cool, come here. I can still get you on the end of this thing.
It's a name I was gonna ask you about, like, and I know this might,
Say it.
What are we just? Odell's just done? Are we just?
I don't think it's done. I think, I think in the right situation, which this would be. I'm with you.
Isn't that like a relationship that just never clicked off? Like,
I'm with you. Trust me, I'm with you. And to me, I look at Odell the same way I look at D-Hop right now. If you want D-Hop to be your number one, you're going to be asking for a lot. But if he can come in and be a 2 or roll,
but I think you got to respect.
He can roll it. Yeah, he could be a roll.
Even Amari Cooper. I love it.
The reason why I said Amari is because he was current. He was more healthy last year. For sure. That was the only thing. But Odell is Odell, bro. We ain't about to do that.
Whip route game. I think he'll come in there mature a little bit. He seemed mature on his, because he seemed like he wanted to get back to New York.
Yeah.
So it's like, if that New York didn't work,
Yeah. I also think for him, man, he's learned the lesson that nobody's bigger than the game, bro.
Yeah, I think he coming in calm.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think he's learned that. I think it was a hard lesson, but I think he it's there now. He's figured that part out.
He say, I want to play.
Yeah.
still can play. You know, still can big catches. That's
Mm-hmm.
another weapon. And it's not like, you know, like Robert Woods is in there too. Like it's
No,
not like
let's
that.
say, yeah, shout out to Woods, man. That's my dude right there. Shout out to Woody.
Respect.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not like it's not all names. It's playmakers. It's make the play.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of weapons in there.
And shoot,
I love that
they brought in a Gabe Davis for a visit. The visit apparently went well, so they know that that's something that they could, if they want to, could go and sign that as well. Just in terms of another body, another productive player. Like you said, it's not always the biggest name, but if you're trying to build out the roster, that's another option. Yeah.
You know, it's some. I mean, you can get the
you got
body
options.
part.
Yeah.
You got options.
Yeah.
And you can offload that and reload up. It's a lot of options.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Now, you know how people are though, right? When it's a trade, we always got to talk, you know, all right, the impact of which we did. We talked, you know, what we liked about it, which we kind of did, right? We liked the fact that you're getting a Jalen, like the Jonnu Smith element. We said we don't like is you're losing a Minkah Fitzpatrick. We obviously know, you know, that's still a significant L because of what he brings. But just, you know, as a whole, who do you think won this trade, man? Like, would you say we won this, Dolphins won it, or is it like a wash? What you feel, man?
I mean, I think everybody thinks they won.
Yeah, I mean, like, did we win that? Did we win this trade? I feel like we won this trade. I feel like it.
I think it's almost like a reset, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like a reset, but I don't think it was a loser in the trade because I think the Dolphins got a real good safety. They got Minkah, you know. They got some draft capital. The Dolphins are in that. They're in one of them like they're trying to strike now phase. They're still building.
I was gonna say, are they rebuilding or are they leaning into it?
They're still building a lot.
Because you move on from a Jonnu and a Jalen, and you only bring in one in terms of Minkah. Granted, it's cheaper.
But they went and got Darren Waller off the street.
Oh, yeah, he did. He caught him out of retirement.
Yeah, he put him out of retirement.
That is, I did see that. How you feel about that one, though?
No, man, that.
I hate it. I hate it. You know I don't like it. You know I don't like it. You know I hate it. You know I hate it. Oh, I hate it.
The scheme.
Oh my God! I say, yo, that dude really came out of retirement. He just dropped the rap video. Now we out of retirement. Oh Lord, bro, y'all wildin', man.
Smith was wide open for that touchdown.
Say y'all wildin'. My man went from dropping the ball. He said, "Yo, I'm back now, guys. I'm back. Hey, just give me a year."
He'll come back hungry.
You know,
and that's a good place for him. Miami, he'll want to that's a good spot for it.
Why is it a good? It's like Vegas for him, huh?
It'll work for him because it would be showy in a sense, and he'll like that.
Yeah.
I think
flying to the radar, man. It ain't heavy football down there, yeah.
But it's football.
Yeah.
But it's entertainment. It's football. It's
entertainment. I wonder how Minkah feels going back to Miami too, because we obviously know when he first started down there, obviously Brian Flores was the coach, but he did want to get up out of there, you know? After 1 year.
It's definitely a different culture.
Yeah.
You know? Definitely be a different culture. It'd be interesting to see him. But you might get back to that Minkah, you know? Like, just in terms of the scheme, you might get back to truly center field like you want to a little bit.
Because I'm trying to think, who does Miami still have down there? Xavier's a free agent right now.
X not there no more.
Right.
That's
I say you got Jerome down there still, right? I'm trying to think who was there from when.
Bakes in Cleveland. There's nothing in there.
Whoa, I missed that. That was his offseason. Yeah.
Bakes in Cleveland.
Dang, gone. Because I'm like, who was down there that was down there like when he initially was there? Because I'm like, the O-line boy retired.
Nobody's down there.
Yeah.
You completely know. You really see
outside of ownership. I think the owner's the same. Ross is there, but
yeah, they brought him home.
Yeah, I was like, yo, it's a new head coach. He do everything down that joint, bro, since he was there last year.
But his pieces in there, his speed in there.
A lot of speed in there.
Names that they get after.
A lot of speed in there.
Football.
Yeah.
It's different. He'll look good in that too, though.
Shoot, is my man Weave down there still, right? Anthony Weaver, he's still the DC down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I say so. Okay. Shout out to Weave, man. Take me back to my Buffalo days, man. One time for the culture. All right. Well, I like that then. I definitely like that. But yeah, dude, this is still just kind of crazy right now, man. No Minkah Fitzpatrick. How we? Whew. Well, we keeping TJ though. All right, keep TJ. Keep TJ. Gotta keep TJ.
Fighting.
Bro. Yeah, this craziness, man. Right. I like it though, man.
That might take a few minutes though.
Yeah.
I can see that. Like, because I think it's a little bit of like, can we make this work? If it's really too far, something else can happen.
So one of the I forgot the person, but the name that they were linking, because obviously they said that teams are calling the Steelers, filling out interest about TJ Watt trade and stuff like that. And one of the names that had popped up was with the Philadelphia Eagles, specifically Nolan Smith. And we were just over here having that conversation of like, all right, would we be okay if that were to be a TJ for a Nolan plus a pick type concept? Like, how would we even feel about that? You know?
Yeah, I don't think you try to just directly replace him with. I think you gotta, if you do that, I think you go get a safety.
So you would trade TJ for a safety instead, is what you're saying?
Give me one of them safeties.
Okay.
What you got in them skies back there? What's
okay.
You see what I mean? Like,
my dog said, you know what I'm hunting. I want one of them. Yeah.
Give me one of them safeties. And then kind of like you just said, you just got to hit the market and you go get you, you know.
Like I said, there's some dudes out there, bro. It's some available body types.
Somebody that turns.
I'm saying it's some available body types out there, bro.
I don't know. Like, it's some dudes that turn the corner a little bit.
Yeah. Like I said, man, I simply wanted to give you the simple name that I pointed to. I said Zadarius Smith, just because it's apples to apples, man. It's like, yo, who's a guy that we all, yeah, that's one of them ones, man. Dang, going though, man. But we will see, man. We will see if, you know, we gonna pay him or not. I was trying to see any other available free agents that were even worthwhile that are remaining. Because I'm like, man, we don't need another corner right now. Because I was like, Asante Samuel Jr. is still out there. But I'm like, we don't need that, man. We're solid there. Especially with your young boy Beanie. Justin Simmons, we've talked about him. Stephon Gilmore, we really don't need him anymore right now. I mean, guys like Kazir White. But I feel like we're pretty good in the inside part right now, right?
Yeah, I don't think Kazir. I think Kazir's like if something happened to Peyton.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. But I'm like, so I feel good about that. Don't need Rasul. Shout out to my WVU action, though. Good in the O-line.
Rasul, though.
What, huh?
You know that. Always loving Rasul.
Hey, I'm Team Rasul. Hey, look. My man that put on that blue and red, and he showed his tail off. You feel me? He is forever good with me. I love his game. I love his game, bro. He's forever good with me, bro. Big facts. Yes, sir. He gonna get ball. He's getting the ball. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. All right, dude. But what about Jadeveon Clowney? That's another guy that's available right now, man.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
But I say because he definitely has the size. He's a unicorn.
If you made that move, that'd be interesting. Like, if made that move, like it's dangerous. It gives the Melvin Gordon feel.
It does, and it's cheaper than Zadarius Smith would be.
Yeah,
they both the same age though. Both 32 though.
Maybe you could do both.
I don't hate both. I just think it gets ultra crowded if you do both because you still got a Highsmith, you still got a Herbig and Jack Sawyer. Sure. You're going to want him in there some way. So I'm like, one other guy is like perfect rotation, but not too crowded where one of these dudes feels like they're not getting enough.
I think I want you for November and December, you know?
Yeah. But is Jadeveon Clowney willing to have a diminished role until November or December? Or do you play the old guys early and let the young boys wait till later in the year? We typically like that. We like to have the young boys out there early, though, right?
What's my man name? He came on last year. He ended up just retiring.
I remember, yeah. Because most of them will. They be like, yo, I ain't trying to do this, bro. I'm cool. Yeah. So that's why I'm just like, I don't know if he would be willing to wait for that.
Some of them boys ain't even trying to do training camp.
They swear they ain't. They like, bro, I'm not signing until preseason games start. Yeah. Shoot. Ooh, now I gotta ask you about this play right here. So obviously, if we were looking at wide receiver, you still got a Keenan Allen. He's available right now. Would you add any of that, or are you feeling good over there right now with, with the names that you had named earlier? Obviously, Odell, Amari Cooper, and stuff.
I like Odell, Amari.
You like them over Keenan?
I do. I mean, Keenan is a superstar.
Yeah.
Love a Keenan.
Because I like Keenan over Gabe Davis, but I'm with you. I still think Amari over Keenan.
Yeah.
And if Odell is healthy, Odell over Keenan.
Keenan feels West Coast to me.
He is.
Even
super West Coast. You know that.
You
don't like the West Coast players out here in Pittsburgh. I already know your energy. You don't like them in Pittsburgh.
He feels West Coast to me. Like, he feels like a Charger, a Ram, a Super Ram.
It just hit a little different, man.
Different.
All right, now since we did, move on from Minka, you got to ask you about this safety here, Julian Blackmon. How you feel about that one, man? We know he got hurt last year, man. Had a rotator cuff injury, but Julian Blackmon, man, pretty productive player throughout his career. How you feeling about him? He's 27 right now.
Julian Blackmon.
Yeah, he was over with the Colts last season, man.
Athlete, safety.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. A little bit rangy. I like that. That sounds right. A little bit rangy. Play hard. That'll be, that wouldn't be a bad one.
Because he played 16 games last year, 16 starts, had 86 tackles. I think he is. Yeah. 3 picks. I want to say, Catholic, right? Is it Central Catholic?
I know exactly.
Or I'm about to say, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can see him. I mean, I think those guys, he'll come play hard.
Hey, man, playing for the squad, playing for the whole team, bro. You know that.
And you hear me always say Tyler Boyd.
I already know, because, hey, when you playing for your home squad, yeah.
I'm like, just something about T-Boyd will come play hard. Like, it's crazy. So I like T-Boyd over, well, I'm not going to say Amari, but, next, in that line, looks like he come play hard. You know what you're going to get from this. He understands the AFC North.
Because I'm like, and he's been relatively healthy.
Big slot.
Yeah. Let's say he had 3 picks last year, 4 picks year before that. Yeah, 3 picks last year, 4 picks.
You're talking about Julian.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Julian can play. I know.
Yeah, he's going to get the ball. Yeah.
A little bit rangy. Can play that cover 2 for you.
But like I said, it hit though. 80 plus tackles last 2 years in Indianapolis. Yeah.
That's what they'll do.
6 foot, 200 pounds, 202 pounds. Yeah.
So it's just about what you want. I think you got that one.
Yeah.
I think you're looking for the over the top.
Okay.
You see what I mean? I think you got.
Because you feel like, with Deshaun Elliott, those are still kind of similar. Yeah.
Yeah, you got your hook dropper.
Yeah.
You need your cover 2 over the top guy.
Right, and that's where we look at guys like Justin Simmons, who we also said is on this list as well.
And that's why, but even with what is Thornhill? I gotta look into it.
Yeah, Thornhill's a good player, man. The health part is the question with him, right?
Yeah, but that's an over the top.
Yeah,
that's more of a ranger.
And then if you were in the market for another corner to throw in the mix, you still got Mike Hilton out there. And then for all my offensive lineman lovers, Jedrick Wills is also still out there if y'all have any concerns with O-line play.
You're a portal guy, man.
Huh?
You're a portal guy. You're like, give me the free agents.
I'm team free agent. You know me, bro. I want proven production over any of this guesswork, man. Keep them young boys in the young boy section, man. All right, it's adult swim time. All right, kids, get out the pool. Y'all know what time we on, man. Yeah.
You're like, if I lose TJ, go ahead and give me a Clowney.
Give me Clowney, give me Smith, and we're rolling with that. I lost Minka. Okay, cool. Give me Simmons. Give me Blackmon. Okay, cool. I lost a quarterback. All right, give me Gilly the Kid. Give me, Rasul Douglas. Like, I want the proven vet. I would much rather have that. And I will manage your availability. I will manage your practice, but I want the proven. I want the guy that knows how to watch tape, knows how to prepare himself, man. Yes.
I heard completely. You like, I want. No.
You know what I'm on, bro. I do not play with it, man. I'm on the Coach Prime approach, bro. Yeah. I want it already ready, set. I'll pay extra for it, but I want that. Yeah. Straight up, man. I like it, bro.
This is the Louis.
I like it, bro. I like it, man. Shoot, man, what you got though, man? Anything else in your end, man? About to say, man. Hey, we in the heart of 4th of July, man. It's about time for the holiday, man. You got any plans for the weekend, man? Before you get up out of here, bro? Because like I said, I ain't got nothing. We ain't gonna make it a long one today. Hey, man, hey, you know what we on?
Slow motion.
Slow motion, man. Hey, what they say, slow motion better than no motion, though, baby. So I like it. I dig it, man. I like it. I dig it. And shoot, man, you better chill out before it get time for that busy season. You know what we saying? Heck yeah, heck yeah.
All right.
But hey, appreciate you as always, Brady.
My dog.
My dog, baby. Peace. Shout out right there, the one and only Terence Garvin, Pittsburgh Steelers Mountaineer, or Pittsburgh Steelers, alum West Virginia Mountaineer, former locker mate, teammate of mine, current defensive coordinator of State University. If y'all did enjoy him joining the show, hit the like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Like I said, man, beautiful day like today, man. So let's see. We got one super that I do see here. Let's get that real quick. And then, yeah, get up out of this thing, man. But, oh, shoot. I ain't know it was going to cut your head off right there. My bad on that, Justin Gordon. But shout out to you, man. Not only calling in, but also the dual super chats as well today, man. From the heart, do appreciate that. He says, people may say we not winning playoff games with TJ. But let's not forget when 7 was still on the roster. Not only did TJ shut out the Kansas City Chiefs in the first quarter, actually the first half, he had to do the offense's job too and score a touchdown. Absolutely. I mean, listen, TJ Watt is an insanely productive, historically great player. You can make a case that for the past 5 years, TJ has been our best player on our team, regardless of position. Best player on our team. Those are the conversations that TJ Watt has been a part of. He's not only won the Defensive Player of the Year award for the whole NFL, he's been a finalist for the award multiple occasions, even to the point where league-wide people view him not winning as a robbery at times. That's the type of player that TJ Watt is. When we look at regular season success, wins and losses in games that TJ has dressed in versus not dressed in, there is a large amount of data that supports this team being way better with him in the lineup than with him out the lineup. When we focus on the playoff element as well, there are a lot of variables that go into it. And yes, it is super simple to just say, well, TJ makes the most money and he was on the roster and we didn't win, so it's on him. To me, that's a very, I don't call it lazy because I don't think it's necessarily that, but I do feel like it's a little closed-minded. You're not taking in the full approach of what actually took place in these games. And if you do that, it will change your perspective of how great TJ truly is. So to me, man, I do think it's very important that when we have these conversations about TJ, we are taking all of that into account. You have to weigh okay, would you rather pay one player so much money to where if anything happens to that one player or if his production were to not increase or continue at the level that it was, do we feel like now we're, getting the bad end of this agreement? These are the things you have to weigh versus the alternative of you move on from TJ while he still has about 2 more dominant years left. And now you're looking at him destroy people elsewhere, maybe even see him at some point along the lines versus, us trying to piece together multiple players to offset the loss of his production. Those are the things that you really have to consider. To me, I think we are way better with TJ in the lineup than with him not in the lineup. So that's why I'm pro pay TJ. But if we decide to go in a different direction, I'm kind of laying out the way that I think we would have to go about it in order for us to still remain the team that we want to be or are aspiring to be in 2025. All right. But like I said, man, that's real right there. Shout out to Justin Gordon, though, man. Shout out. All right. We also had David Decker, man, spinning the block, man, showing love, paying it forward, gifting an upper room membership. So shout out to you, David Decker, for that. Do appreciate you from the heart. And to the individual that received that membership, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. But yeah, man, I like it. And do one more quickie look through. Make sure I didn't miss any supers or anything crazy. Think we are good. Oh, David said I renewed my own membership. Hey, well, you know what? You did do that. I just looked at that. Yeah, you good call. Hey, look, that was on me. So you know what? Boom. Now you get to get shouted out twice. So David Decker, shout out to you renewing your own membership. And welcome to, again, the Upper Room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Now we got it, right? Boom. I like it. Well, shoot, man. I'm trying to think, man. I think that was all I had on my end. I don't see us missing anything on the cellular, nothing missing in terms of supers. So with that being the case, man, hopefully y'all enjoyed today's show. And if you did, you know the drill. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Y'all stay safe out there, man. Make sure you enjoy your holiday weekend, man, wherever you're at, whoever you are with, man, doing it the right way. All right. Y'all stay safe, though. And until next time, baby. Peace.